Welcome back to Keeping It Real. And today's topic is going to be my comedic view on growing up in Black America. I have 30 topics that I want to talk about. And I know a lot of you will be able to relate to what I'm going to say, so I think that it's very funny and you'll see where I'm coming from. All right. First thing is I was younger and I remember a lot of my friends asking their parents for slip and slides or what have you. So my cousins, and I asked my parents and my grandparents, will they buy us a slip and slide? First thing we heard was, hell no. You know, go outside, get that big piece of plastic, get some dish detergent or some powdered washing powder, and the other person better hold the water hose while you guys slip and slide your asses out there on that on that tarp. We thought it was crazy at first, but I guarantee you that was some of the fun times we've ever had growing up as kids. Number two, we were at Walmart just recently, and I remember this happening when I was younger. We're walking, getting ready to go to the entrance. I hear a loud pop. First thing you do is what? Duck. We don't ask any questions. But why do we do that as black people? Automatically we duck. And the only thing it was a truck backfiring. But all the black people in the parking lot ducked. I thought I was the only one. We all ducked, and then we laughed about it and we were like, why do we do that? So I remember that same thing happening when I was younger. It's just in our blood. Um, the next thing is you're watching a scary movie. I remember my parents doing this, so I guess it was something instilled in me. We were watching a scary movie. First thing you do if you're watching a movie like Freddy Krueger or I mean Nightmare on Elm Street or something like that, or Chucky. Um, Someone's running. She trips and falls. The first thing we do is we start yelling and cursing at her like she can really hear us, like, you know, get the hell up, or don't you see him behind the door, or don't go in there. Why do we do that? Like they can really really hear us, but we know that they can't hear us. The next thing is the fourth thing. I kid you not, and I know a lot of you guys will be able to relate to this, and I'm just saying guys per se, guys and girls, people out there in YouTube world. We had to be home before the street lights come on. I kid you guys not. If the time changed and it was 6 o'clock and it was just beginning to get dark and the street lights were about to come on, didn't matter. We still had to be home before those street lights come on. And if the street lights come on or beat us, come on before we got home, trust and believe we didn't do it the next day or the next week or the next month, because we wouldn't forget that time we let the street lights beat us. Um, why do we refer the flavor of Kool-Aid, or some flavors of Kool-Aid, to the color they are? Instead of saying grape, we say purple, red, green. But flavors like pineapple and lemonade, we call them what they are instead of saying yellow. I don't know. Growing up Black America, that's how it was in my house. Number six, having a scraper lady. Everybody I know love to go to the scraper lady, especially on the weekends and the summer. And a lot of you, I'm from down south, so we call them scrapers. Some of you may call them flip cups or freezy cups or whatever, but you know the little cups like this with frozen Kool-Aid that was sweet as hell, that sometimes they put fruit in it, that were 35 cents. You know, now they charging a damn dollar for something like this. Back in my day it was 25 cents. But everybody had a scraper lady, and if you were lucky, the scraper lady was your grandma. So you can go in there and get your stuff for free. But the next thing, number seven, this is a this is a funny one. This has happened. I grew up poor. I grew up really, really, really poor in America, and I can remember many of days, many of days, going and telling my mother, "Ma, we don't have, we don't have any milk, or we don't have enough milk for the three of us, for my siblings and myself." My mother would automatically say, "Well, the little bit you have in there, all you better do is just go add a little water to it." So as a child, me thinking, okay, I just used to add a little water to it. It didn't taste the same, but we had milk and cereal, and that happened with throughout my friends' family, my family, my cousins, whatever. We always, if we ran out of milk or had a little bit of milk left, first thing the parent was going to say, add a little water to it. Number 8, and I know old school cats are going to remember this. That box of government cheese, you swear that they made the best grilled cheese sandwiches. I kid you not. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was sharp cheddar cheese or processed Velveeta with cheddar seasoning, whatever it was. The government cheese in that long white box made the best grilled cheese sandwiches. Number 9, you were poor. Sometimes you didn't have lunch meat. So what did you do? You improvised. If you had bread, you had something to go with that bread. Syrup sandwiches, mayonnaise sandwiches, ketchup sandwiches, barbecue sauce sandwiches, sugar sandwiches. You old school cats that grew up like I did, I guarantee you'll know what I'm talking about. I mean, there were plenty days that I made a sugar sandwich. I don't eat mayonnaise, so I made a mustard sandwich. And it held us over till my mother got off work, to be able to cook whatever it was for dinner. But that's how it was growing up in Black America. Number 10, I never understood why the females in my family, in my circle, always called the soap operas the stories. Never understood that. I thought it was just in my house until I got a little older and started going over my friend's house. The stories. I don't understand that, but it's called soap operas. Number 11. I can remember when I was younger, and also with my sister and my brother, we have very long hair. I know, hard to believe I'm bald now, but we have very long hair. And I can remember my mom on the weekends, getting ready to braid my hair. She would put me on her lap, the typical thing on her side, on my side, and she'll start braiding my hair. It gets so comfortable, but then also it hurts because I was tender-headed. But why, after taking an hour and a half nap, you wake up, what is she doing? Still braiding your hair. I never understood that, and I remember being 6 years old, cut it off. I was like, cut it off. It's done. I can't take it anymore. But number 12,